How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are talking about when and why you should buy YouTube Premium. So, if you're like me, we don't necessarily watch cable like the generations before us. We don't sit down after a long, hard day at work and turn on the TV and let it run for 4 or 5 hours. What I do is, I get home, I start watching YouTube. I'm in the car, I'm playing YouTube videos to listen to them, to get updated from what I really care about. Because with the TV, some stuff might be funny, some might be action-packed, but it's not exactly what I want at the moment. Kind of like iPods, right? iPods became big because we wanted to listen to something specific instead of listen to the radio. And that's how I kind of see YouTube, right? So we want to see the same people that we really like, their personality, we like the content matter, and we want to do it now. We want to listen to it now. So YouTube has become the number one streaming platform that I have, the number one source of entertainment. And I watch, depending on the day, if I'm really busy, maybe half an hour to an hour of YouTube. If I'm not busy, 2 or 3 hours of YouTube. But until now, I hadn't really considered getting YouTube Premium. So if you are someone that watches a lot of YouTube, maybe you watch my videos a lot, you realize that content creators need to make money. They want to be able to advertise in their videos. YouTube tries to make it so that we can both make money, YouTube and us, by placing ads every couple minutes, every 5 minutes, whatever the YouTube creator decides, and then whatever YouTube decides, because YouTube does have the overriding decision based on the consumer, on your habits. It will turn off some ads and leave some ads in, depending on if you click away from videos too much, if you get shown ads too often, and how often you've actually seen videos in the very recent past. So if you just watched a ton of ads, it might go through this whole video without an ad, or maybe just one ad. So if you're like me, you watch these and, you get about 3 minutes in and there's an ad. You get to 6 minutes in, there's another ad. Some different creators put them in more often, some put them in less often. I base mine on how long the video is a little bit. So I put 2 ads in there if it's an 8-minute video, but sometimes there's an ad before. So it ranges. However, I started to look at YouTube Premium because I thought, okay, my time's becoming a little bit more valuable. I don't have as much time as I used to have. Sometimes I listen to these videos in the car. Sometimes I'm running when I listen to YouTube videos, and it's kind of a pain to have to try to hit the little skip button. So I thought, okay, what does it actually cost for YouTube Premium? Is it worth my time? So I took a look, and YouTube Premium, you can look it up yourself. It's $12 a month, but you get the first month free. And you essentially, the thing that I get, at least that I'm interested in, is ad-free and background play. So first of all, I don't have to have my phone actually on when I'm watching the YouTube videos. I can turn it off and then hit the little play button. So that way the music still comes through, or, the sound still comes through. And I also get no ads. So we can also download, there's YouTube Music Premium. I don't really care about those two as much, but I really want ad-free. That is the number one thing. That's why I think it's so valuable. So I wanted to determine, okay, is it worth it? Am I saving time based on how much I actually listen through to the ads? And before we get any further, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. It does help the channel immensely. Also, if you want, there are some links down there below to get some free stocks. If you want with WeBull, if you deposit $100, you can get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,600 each. So even if you're just watching this for YouTube and you're not like a big investor or anything, you can make some easy money there. So I want to break down the calculations to determine whether it was worth my money to get these ads to go away. So let's take a look. First, I want to know, okay, how many ads are in my daily viewing? So I figured, okay, let's just say on the low end, I watch an hour a day on average throughout a month. I probably watch closer to 1.5 to 2 hours, or listen to 1.5 to 2, but let's just say it's 1 hour. Well, with an ad every 3 minutes, I'd say that's about 20 ads. Of course, some of them have ads right at the beginning of the video, some have at the end, so it could be different, but I'd say about every 3 or 4 minutes someone rolls an ad. So 20 ads in an hour. Okay, so that means that 20 ads, they vary the length of the ads. Some are those 5-second ones where you can skip away. However, it drags my attention away from whatever I'm doing if I'm up and about doing something else or if I'm running. So that's kind of annoying too. Sometimes I just let it play through because I'm doing something else. So some of them are non-skippable too. I figured, okay, on average, they're probably 10 seconds an ad, because sometimes it takes an extra second or two, or sometimes they run 2 5-second ads. So let's just say 10 seconds an ad. That means that every hour I'm listening to about 3 minutes and 33 seconds of ads. I also have to, click them. I realize that that's not that big a deal, but it's still just an annoyance when I'm trying to do something else. So 3 minutes and 33 seconds of ads in a day. Okay, there are 30 days in a month. So yeah, I probably watch, like I said, hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day. That means I'm watching 100 minutes of ads every month. Okay, so now it's starting to make sense, right? 100 minutes of ads each month, about 1.6 hours or so. So it's not like a short amount of time once you start adding it up. And YouTube Premium only costs about $12 a month, right? So the first month is free too, so it's really more like $11 a month over the first year. But right now, $12 a month. It was cheaper before, but now it's $12. So if you watch the same amount that I do, so 100 minutes of ads every month, that means that you are essentially going to pay $7.20 an hour not to have ads. Now, if you're busy like me, I would much prefer to pay $7.20 to get an hour of my time back, especially with YouTube. And I mean, before this even, my day job pays me 3 times this. And of course, there are taxes that you have to pay in your day job. So this is after-tax money. But still, I get paid much more than this at my day job. I get paid more than this from YouTube specifically too. So even if you account for the tax, let's say you're in a 20% tax bracket, that means that essentially you have to earn $9 to pay for this hour of non-ad watching. So to pay for this 1 hour, it costs you $9. So really, if you make over $9 an hour, then you should probably pay to have YouTube Premium. Now, I understand there are some different things you have to take into account, and I'll hit on those in a second, but I actually watch, like I said, maybe 1.5 hours of YouTube a day. So that's really $6 an hour that I have to pay to get rid of these ads. So it's a very small amount. So of course, there are some different reasons that you might not want to pay for this. And first of all, I would say YouTube is not telling me that to do this. I'm not getting sponsored by YouTube. I think I get paid less when people are watching through premium, but this is just an interesting way of taking some of your life back. So I know 2 hours a month might not seem like a lot, or 3 hours, depending on how much you watch this, but think about what you can do in 3 hours. Think about how much money you can make. Think about some kind of venture you can make. Think about the time with your loved ones. I know that you might just spend the time watching more YouTube videos, but you might see some really good stuff, or it might just brighten your day. Now, I realize that the reason that I didn't used to want to do this is because I had a limited earning potential. I had a very limited mindset, right? So I had that mindset that I can only make so much, so I don't want to spend money, even if it's $12, on something that, I don't have to. So I thought, okay, I'll just get like a couple extra minutes of sleep at night, or I'll just end up watching more YouTube if I get this anyway. So it's not going to really mean that much to me in the long term. But, honestly, I think it's a great value. I think that, you can make extra money. You can, if you save this time and maybe you do watch YouTube, you might find something that makes you thousands of dollars. You might find something that makes you tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, without YouTube, I would be making significantly less. I'll probably make double this year what I was expecting because of YouTube. So if you can find something, some kind of niche, if you can find some way to make money, if you can find just something that makes you happy, I think it's definitely worth it. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Have you thought about getting YouTube Premium? Does this make you want to get it? I just signed up for this right before I did this video because I was thinking about this, and 10 minutes after I started thinking about it, I already made the decision. It was a no-brainer. I had to get YouTube Premium. It was such an easy decision. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. I really appreciate it. Again, if you want to support the channel, hit the like button. If you want some cool merch, I'm just getting the merch in the mail today. So I'm going to have a coffee mug probably in the next video. That will be my face on it. So let me know your thoughts below. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.